Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. I am Razim and this is Total War Warhammer 3. We're going to be playing a Sniksh tonight. Sneakrat, yes. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that evolution. It's okay, I'll get revenge.
Revenge!
Tanya.
What?
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
You fool!
Ah, you failed. You are a duck.
That doesn't work on me anymore. I'm immune to charm.
It's not a charm.
Can't sleep for her whining. Let her get in there and throw her out when you go to bed.
Go ahead and leave the door open.
Actually, I have no idea how my defenses are going to be with the reworked Pathfinder game.
A wonder of engineering and sorcery, the great bastion of Grand Cathay has endured throughout the Dragon Emperor's reign, preserving his ancient civilization against the horrors of the North. Yet it has not repelled every threat, for within the borders of this great military power lurk infiltrators and pillagers from distant lands, seeking to gain advantage from newfound footholds. There are those who wish to see this empire crumble, so they may profit from the pieces, but for the limitless demonic forces of chaos, annihilation would suffice.
Attack in silence. Cover tracks. Quick death they shall have.
Your avatar looks very focused right now.
Kinda.
Rygon Plays has turned Tanya Sapien into a Quaxley. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Quack.
And of course that's Sim playing around with it.
Quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Slato. Quack, 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 slato. Quack, slot. Quack, 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 slot. Quack, slato. Quack, slato. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack.
I did not anticipate that result, but I am not complaining. Duke, 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 duke.
Quack, quack.
Da 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 da.
Quack, quack.
Deathmaster Snake.
Charge! Ooh, a decisive victory.
Slaughter, slay them all. Yes, yes.
Welcome to Algerius.
Howdy!
Hello.
So, Towdy,
Yes.
The twins have turned Rosalia into a duck.
Quack.
Oh, now she's back to normal.
It's a quaxolotl, I'll have you know.
It's a Quaxley. How are you, Taldarius?
I'm doing good. I just woke up.
Deadly blade slice from.
When I say
Good
just woke up, I mean like half an
morning.
hour ago.
Good morning, then.
I now have my tea, so I'm happy.
I want tea.
And make tea.
Hello there, Zigix Burr. And Coldfire, the cards are basically you just say the Pokemon's name over and over. We don't actually go by the anime or anything. It's just the... Ow. It's just the Pokemon's name.
Oh, we're throwing stuff at him?
Shadow snitch.
I will throw stuff at you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pull back.
For the Escher. Yes.
And recruit some more troops.
All right. So I see multiple people in here that I'm supposed to have some chats with.
Uh-oh.
No!
Namely, my fellow T buddies. As in, names starting with T.
No!
Oh, you don't need to have a chat with me? Okay.
I probably will anyways, but you know. I mean, very specifically, I needed to talk to these two today.
Well, by all means, have at it.
Alright. So, we'll start out with Toshi. You said before that you were going to be looking at various traits and feats, and if you even wanted to take any drawbacks. Did you come to any conclusions there, or do we need to just go through it right now?
I thought we were discussing that before, didn't we say?
We were, and then you said that you were going to look to see if there were any other traits or flaws that you wanted to swap out. Because you said you were going to look through more of the list. In addition, you also need to get with me about your feats, because you have 5 feats, as well as discussing what you're going to get from the port as an otherworldly ability. So, did you end up looking at any feats?
Smiles! This is like some great fantasy.
Tanya Sapien has purchased 1 general cards and reactions packs.
Well, thank you for that, Tanya.
Oh, that reminds me.
And that is my budget depleted.
That reminds me.
Alright, let me send you your pack.
Because I know for the Rage Power, you're going down the Spirit Totem line, but did you make any decisions about what feats you want? Because you have 5 feats available.
Your pack has been sent.
If you... Thank you. And if you don't know what you want feat-wise, I can recommend some different martial trait feat trees that you could go down.
That may be best.
Okay. So, in terms of the various feats that I could recommend to you, it would generally be things like weapon focus, cleave, or you could go down and try and get a bunch of different like combat expertise stuff. But that means fighting more defensively. So I would either recommend that you get the
stuff like power attack and
yeah, going down power attack, maybe weapon focus to get some bonuses to your attack.
because barbarian is high HP, high attack.
Are you using Unchained Barbarian or regular?
What do you mean Unchained?
There's two different versions, where you could either go with the normal Barbarian or you could go with Unchained Barbarian.
So, Unchained Barbarian is basically the Barbarian class, but rebalanced.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different Unchained classes, so it's like, you know, there's like Unchained Rogue, Unchained Barbarian, Unchained Summoner, stuff like that. The full list is like Barbarian, Summoner, Rogue, and Monk, I think.
There's like 5 of them, 4 or 5, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think the list is just Barbarian, Monk, Rogue, and Summoner. Of course, those have archetypes underneath them, but I think those are the 4 that got unchained.
Well, the funny thing is that the Summoner got chained down, and yet they call it Unchained.
Yeah, they found out that Summoner was way too OP, so they knocked it down, and the rest of them got... I mean, Rogue got buffed, Monk got buffed, and then Barbarian kind of got, like, maybe kind of buffed.
Yes, yes.
It wasn't too bad, but it still needed a little bit of balancing. And then Summoner just is like, and yoink!
It wouldn't matter too much because for like the rage powers, all of them would be on the unmodified list from Barbarian and Unchained Barbarian.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Zim.
Yes.
You know how after the timey-wimey universe shenanigans, there's going to be you know how I've given people like the option of like changing around their stuff instead of just like one-to-one literal direct port?
I did not know that, no.
Oh, well, I mentioned it offhandedly, so I didn't know if you had fully remembered it. But basically, it's like, hey, do you want to keep it exactly the same, or do you want to maybe change things up a little bit, because this is like the one good chance you're gonna get? Because, you know, if you're getting thrown into an alternate universe and you want to change around your class a little bit, because we're already changing various classes to being other classes, now would be the time.
Okay.
I will say that Tanya is no longer going to multi-class.
Oh? What is Tanya going
Yes.
as?
I'm going pure Necros.
Okay.
I did warn her about the reading you have to do for that.
To be quite naughty.
Ryusho, yeah, I heard about that. I haven't been able to read it because their site's been down all day, but I did hear about that.
Kyrian told Darius, I just felt that card was appropriate.
Yep. So yeah, the thing is that because Necros is a bit of a weird one because it's actually, yeah, it's like a half caster, but it, like, instead of getting a bunch of different options, what they get is they get necromancy, necromancy, and necromancy, and they run away with it.
Okay.
And so what's going to happen is Rose is going to be a bit less versatile, but is absolutely going to dab when it comes to necromancy abilities.
So... I'm a little confused on why you're making sure I know about this.
Because do you not know what Necros is?
No.
Oh, it's technically a sphere class, but it just, like, headlong runs down Death Sphere, so it doesn't really.
I don't know what that means.
It's a bit of a. Oh, you don't know what sphere is? So spheres of power is a. It's basically like an alternate way to build a class where you go down a sphere class and you basically get to pick your level traits as you go. So it's a lot more open-ended. You're able to choose different spheres to go down. And once you go down a sphere, you could either just headlong down that one sphere, or you could pick up different spheres and pick stuff out of those. But for Necros, it's a bit weird because they're a half-caster, but they just run headlong down the Death Sphere, usually. There's a couple different spheres they can go down in order to augment death, but they are literally required to go down death. But it does open up the door to sphere characters. Which is why I was mentioning.
So, any class can go down this?
No, so there's specific sphere classes, like Necros, Armiger, stuff like that.
Huh. This must be third-party stuff.
It is, yes. Spheres of Power was originally made by... fuck, who was it? I'm trying to think.
Hold on here. So basically they told WotC that, okay, we have multiple people who made the original, and it's supposed to be irrevocable, and are willing to throw down, but instead we are just going to write our own open RPG content license, ORC license, and we are giving it to a neutral party and making it properly irrevocable. We were only doing OGL in Pathfinder 2, so D&D content makers could use what we made beforehand, but we are removing that from our stuff now. Ah. Hey there, Mina. What did Paradox do?
Hey, what did well, okay. Paradox does a lot of shit.
I mean, they do some, like, I've never seen them in any headlines or anything.
Oh, they generally don't make headlines. What they do instead is they just piss off the community a shit ton.
Paradox likes to leave things broken while releasing like 20 new DLCs.
Yeah, they don't do things that make headlines. They just keep in bugs, and they like keep shit in that inconveniences the community such a ridiculous degree. Meanwhile, they go and make off their newest cash grab DLC for like $20.
Ah.
Dolaris, is multiplayer going to work for more than 2 hours? I don't know.
Will it?
Maybe it'll work on this DLC. Maybe it won't.
Yeah. Desync error.
Hot drop. Everyone pause. Hot drop.
Oh, hey, they fixed it for this one. A small update comes, and it's broken again for the next, 3 months.
Ah.
Yeah, there's some games that are just so freaking annoying in that regard, and some developers as well. I've literally had a game have my entire mod build get destroyed because of an update that only changed some of the phrasing in the README.
What? Stitch listens.
Literally, all the update did was changed a little bit of text in the supplemental documents, but they decided to increment the version number anyways. So all the mods are like, wrong version number.
By the way, Spheres is made by Drop Dead Studios.
I was just mentioning that because I had not heard of it before, so...
I mean, there's a 5e version, too.
Oh. Still have not heard of it,
And it does,
before.
Yeah, it does, and it does, like, the same stuff.
Well, neat.
Yeah. But basically, it's a way to make a more custom-made character. And so, I was gonna give Rose as a character, like as part of like one of the buffs, access to one specific thing from the Necros page, but then that led to interest in what Necros was, because that sounds necromancery, and then it led into, wow, I love this. So Tanya decided that Rose was gonna be Necros from now on.
And we even have some plot-based stuff that we're going to be doing around it, so that everything flows naturally.
I am going to need a list of every class that people are playing, so I can get icons done. And I will need the character card information forms filled out.
Alright, I'll do that as soon as we're done rebuilding the character. That'll be an as soon as it's available thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So, just to get back to what we were doing, Toshi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Unchained Barbarian interests you or not, but we do need to figure out feats still.
Yeah.
So, looking around at the various feats that you can get for Barbarian.
Duke.
So I'm trying to think about like all the different options, because there is actually like a fairly large amount of options that you'd have. You use 2 different weapons. Is there any specific weapon typing that you like a lot? In terms of like axes, swords, stuff like that.
Any.
Any? Okay, so you don't particularly want your character to use any one thing, so going down weapon-focused trees wouldn't really interest you that much.
Correct. I know toughness would be good.
Oh, yeah.
And time for streamers.
Yep. So, just so you know, toughness literally just gives you a hit point bonus.
Yep.
Doesn't really do much else. But it is a prerequisite to another feat called Draconic Defender, which, funnily enough, you don't have to be anything Draconic-like in order to get it. That's not a prerequisite. All you need to do is have a high enough Constitution score. But that one right there is really good for defending allies, obviously, which is probably not something you're going to be doing much as the Barbarian.
I'm the one taking the damage.
Yeah. So on the list of things that you can do, that is very, what's the word for it? At risk of overlap with what Timber does, obviously going down cleave feat's very good as a two-handed fight, like, you know, weapon user. Hit multiple enemies in a single turn. As a warning, that does lower your AC when you do it. Other ones would be... you could try going down the various combat maneuver trees, if you're interested by combat maneuvers. One thing that you can get in the future is something called Raging Brutality. But you'd have to do that at like level 12. Raging Brutality is a really good barbarian feat. It lets you add your constitution bonus to your damage rolls. But, you know, you need to be level 12 to get that. You could always go down Reckless Rage, which is you take a penalty on your attack rolls, so that way you can deal more damage. It's a -1 penalty for a +2 damage.
Okay.
And then you modify that based on power attack, but, you know.
Hey there, Fenrir. We are talking about Pathfinder, actually. Yeah, we're not doing anything with D&D here on the channel anymore. Aside from talking about how horrible their decision was.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of
we've spent a lot of time.
I saw something about them supposedly dropping OTL, but like some staff member that was like leaked information out to the press was saying that they're only doing it until like people shut up about it and then they're reintroducing it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, that basically like a whistleblower came out and said that they were directly looking at D&D Beyond subscriptions in order to see the community backlash. And considering a bunch of people have been dumping that.
Come, steel yourself. We are building an army.
Lazang just resubscribed for 10 months.
Lars, thank you very much for that resub and those 10 months of support. And yeah, they've been definitely been pulling back. I'm sure it's only temporary though. They're just kind of waiting and biding their time until we stop whining. Which, you know, we really shouldn't stop whining about it. We shouldn't stop complaining. Because otherwise they're just gonna do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to stop complaining by switching to systems and not talking about them again.
Yeah.
It's just right now they're a hot topic.
I will say I did enjoy the fact that Fantasy Grounds put out their weekly newsletter today, and there was no mention of D&D in it at all, even though they are they are one of the only two systems that are allowed to, you know, virtual tabletops that are allowed to still run their stuff. And they're like, we're not mentioning anything except for one itty bitty little graphic that I think is some community thing that's going on rather than actual WotC.
Yep.
Yeah. Even Fantasy Grounds isn't happy about this.
To be fair, no one in the community is happy with it.
Yeah.
Gar. So other ones you could get is there's extra rage, which you can use rage for 6 additional rounds per day. So it basically means that it's really hard for you to run out of rage. There's extra rage power as a feat, which you can just choose another rage power. That's if, you know, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
If you go down Vital Strike,
Under the trees, shadows.
Vital Strike, you need to be 6th level to use it, so you know you cover that. And when you use the attack action, you can make one attack at your highest base attack bonus that deals additional damage. Roll the weapon's damage dice for the attack twice and add the results together before adding bonuses from strength, weapon abilities, precision-based damage, and other damage bonuses.
Chief Assassin.
So that is like, I want to get a single attack that deals a lot of damage rather than multiple, a strong attack and then a weaker attack and then a weaker attack, yada yada. But if you do get that, you could also get a feat called Furious Finish, where what happens is you can do while raging, and when you use Vital Strike, you can choose to do a Furious Finish, automatically deal all maximum rolls possible on all damage dice for that attack, but your rage ends immediately. So that's another option for you.
I'd rather keep the rage going than having to restart rage.
Snitch has no time for you.
You can get Raging Vitality, where when you rage, you get a +2 bonus to Constitution when raging, and you keep raging if you're unconscious. So that way, if you get picked up again, you're still raging. There's Reckless Rage, which I think I mentioned before. There's Recovered Rage, where you can get a rage turn back each time you reduce a foe to 0 or fewer hit points.
Hope you're prepared to suck lemons. I don't want scurvy dogs in my fleet.
But that would be like the various options you have for rage feats. And I'm talking, like, these are mostly for, like, you know, specifically dealing with your class features or dealing with, like, you know, trees that you can go down. Obviously, there's a metric shit ton of, like, one-off feats that you could go for.
Trees cover, but traps.
And how many, with this new system, how many rages do I get?
So because you're a barbarian, and your stats are these. You're level 7, so that means you'd get 6 increases, so 12 plus 4.
In this system, instead of just keep, you know, you get to use rage and it just keeps going until you're out of combat or something, you get so many rounds per day that you can use it.
Yeah. I did mention that to him when we were going over the class itself.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure he was aware of that.
I also let him know that like how rage works is different because you don't get like resistance to physical damages. Instead, you get stat changes and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Is that a Rygon?
It is.
You have returned
We
at
love
last.
Rygon here.
We do.
What's up?
It's always a sad day when Rygon leaves us.
Yeah. I had to go way beyond the stars.
Yes, hidden.
So in other words, you passed out?
No. That was after I finished whatever it was I was doing.
Sneaky make.
But you'd have, I think, like 14 rounds of rage a day.
Shadow Walker.
Okay.
On the plus side, remember when it was when it used to be you could only rage as long as you would take damage. So the meta when playing a barbarian would be to punch yourself in the face, so that way you took damage and you could keep up your rage. That was funny.
Or when somebody was had to attack through you, so that you were threatened.
Yeah.
And that would keep your rage.
So many other Skaven factions getting wiped out. Holy crap.
What are you playing?
Yeah, Total War.
Oh. Without me, huh? Okay.
But
You
yeah, so what's
disappeared.
interesting you?
Excuses.
Listen, a Pokemon has to do things, okay?
Okay, so I found another interesting combo here. The Soul Trap and Summon Spirit.
Oh, are you looking through the death things you can get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really does open up interesting options for interrogations.
Oh yeah, the one where you basically rip their soul and you interrogate it. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you can see, your body is currently dead on the floor, and it will begin decaying soon. If you answer my questions truthfully within the next 5 minutes, I'll put you back in it.
One moment. What are you concerned about, Lars?
And Unfettered Rage looks like a good one for me.
What rage are you talking about?
Unfettered.
Sneaky snake.
No allies can be within 5 feet of me, but...
Oh, that one.
Shadows.
You spend an extra round of rage and make an additional attack at my highest base attack bonus.
So for you, right now, that would be an extra attack at plus 12.
Yeah.
So, what are you concerned about, Lars?
My
Uh-oh.
will does not bend.
They got a big army, but they're mostly peasants.
Lord of the Assassins.
Wipe them out.
That is the plan. Thank you for the head pats, Toshime.
Yeah, the Skaven Marten. The
what?
Skaven Marten can take care of him.
I hope so. I don't
It's
have
good to be
any.
back, Gib Gab.
I don't have any Skaven slaves, so at least I'm not running around with my weakest troops. And they are also currently in marching formation. However, they get backed up by that town. Oh, I can't reach them this turn anyways. Okay.
Down, down, below.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, sorry, I was reading. Carry on.
Lars, I did tell you that when you redeemed it, I did tell you it would probably take a while.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes artists just get overwhelmed with backlog. I've had to wait several months before for commissions to come through. Actually, yeah, that comic of Glees, that comic I actually had to wait 2.5 months for them to start work on it, and then it took about a week to complete it.
One time I literally had to wait over a year to get, like, a really basic thing.
Oh my god.
It's
Okay,
not gonna
really
take
basic
that
thing,
long, but...
Yeah, no, but
like-
I'm just more pointing out that sometimes it just takes a while.
Yeah.
I
With the
had to
Glees
wait so
thing, it was-
long, I'm still waiting.
With the Glees thing, it was a full color 4-panel comic, so I can understand why it would take a little while, you know?
Right now, her priority is Rygon's commission that he got several months ago. And paid quite a bit of money for.
Going, yes.
So, I picked one of the talents that's going to open up some options in the campaign of Greater Undead. So if there's somebody important that ends up dying on us, I can bring them back as a vampire.
I'll be honest, that was such a shift in the conversation that I got a bit confused.
Sorry, I'm still doing the thing for Tildarius, getting my character rebuilt here.
Yep.
I have 7 of the 9 talents selected and 2 of the 5 feats selected.
So how far away is that talent?
What, the Greater Undead?
She can get that
vampire
right
one.
now.
Yeah, I just took it.
So it does have multiple requirements and also have to be at least like caster level 5th. But she's caster level 7th in the Death Sphere, so she gets that. Has to have sustained necromancy, has to have up to permanent undead, which has multiple different requirements.
I have both prerequisites because I wanted to make sure that Billy never dies. Billy, McRib, and Jeffrey shall live on for eternity.
So me as the minion may have to be revived by that if I keep going into these combats headstrong as I have.
Well, like on the list of things, it's stuff like banshees, wights. Those could also be raised up.
To answer your question, Gib Gab, it's probably because they turned it off again. I don't know why they keep doing it. I keep telling them not to.
What's going on?
That why is I'm not recording again, and it's just like, well, because I keep turning it off.
Oh, you mean
anything.
VODs on... You mean the VODs on Twitch?
Yeah.
Weird.
I think I do have to meet the prerequisites for the creation of them, unless I'm caster level 15. That means that if there's any special things required for making a vampire, I would have to meet those criteria.
Yep.
Real quick, Lars, is there a particular reason you're so urgent about getting this icon?
Yeah, is it like you have things planned around it or something?
I think I'll upgrade this one.
Shadows next.
Find any more feats that are interesting you there, Gar?
Still looking through.
All right.
Okay, so at caster level 15, I can gain greater curse. I can straight up just turn somebody into a werewolf. Werewolves and vampires. What is this class?
You're completely ignoring the fact that you can self-revive as a lich later down the line.
Shh. Spoilers.
It's a public page.
I didn't hear anything about reviving as a lich. Totally, whatever.
Hi there,
It's a
RZ.
public page.
Hi, Zoom. And everyone else.
And
Where's that RZ?
Hello.
Lars, if you're wanting a commercial license for this, that's going to be a different discussion. There's... like... it's not...
Wait, is Lars wanting to put their icon on like a mug or something?
I know it looks like... it sounds like a stream thing. Like, if it's gonna be used as your primary identity on a stream or something, that is a bit more than what this, what the card gives you rights to.
I walk in shadow.
And Wolf Mage, RZ has not given me anything to set for a sound clip for him yet.
No, I have not. Nor have I thought of one.
But yeah, Tanya, just a reminder that the reason that Necros has all of this undead stuff is because you are basically giving up access to your greater spell repertoire.
Yeah, and it's specializing exclusively on the necromancy.
Yes, so I'm just letting
you know.
But I mean,
if I want fireball, I just need to, you know, find cool mage, plot murder.
I mean, that is true. But I am just, like, reminding you that the reason you get, like, so much ridiculous shit is because you are giving up access to the generalist shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
What about trick feats?
I don't know what to do either, Rykon.
Kenku, no, because in Pathfinder, in order to use it, at least in Pathfinder, you cannot use scrolls if the spell is not on your spell list. Well, then you could also do a spellcraft check, or it's like a DC 20 plus spell level spellcraft check. So, I mean,
Yawning in a call with a bunch of other people.
Oh no. I have stun lock options?
Yeah, you do.
Curse, Ghost Strike. One of the options for it is Greater Pain. Whenever the victim takes damage, he is staggered for 1 round. Have fun, Timber. Actually, no, that'd be Have Fun Gar, wouldn't it? Yeah, Timber doesn't care if they fight back, but for Gar, having something that can't swing back because it's stun locked.
You're still, like, I like how you're talking about that, but you also legitimately have the one where if they fail 3 times within 10 rounds, you rip their very soul from their body.
Yeah, so Ghost Strike, that's, okay, yeah, it does consume spell points. I just double-checked there.
Yep. Sirio, yes, but, it's a very high check if it's not on your spell list.
I just got hit with deja vu. I feel like we've had this exact conversation recently.
We have been in this place before.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before.
Also, Lars, do keep in mind that if you've got some issues with that stuff, it's better to take that to DMs instead of a place like this.
Public chat.
Yeah, a public place. Partially because you're kind of getting, you know, multiple people piling on here, and I don't want that for people. And secondly, because, you know, I would like to keep the stream a bit more fun and lighthearted.
Near.
Not to mention, you can also, like, taint their very soul, and if you spend a spell point, they literally cannot receive any healing for, like,
Literally
14
just read that.
rounds.
Yeah, repel healing.
No, taint soul.
Oh, so there's a different flavor of it.
Yeah, there's Taint Soul. Whenever a target fails their saving throw against your Ghost Strike, the creature affected has all healing effects used on it halved for 1 round for 2 caster levels. Oh, sorry, it'd be like 4 rounds. If you spend an additional spell point, it cannot heal hit point damage by any means for the duration, including fast healing and regeneration.
I've officially run out of talent slots. Now I gotta start doing triage.
Yeah, make sure that you read through all of them, because, look, I know, I completely understand the fact that you're like a kid in a candy store and you can only grab so much.
I just thought, what if I did Planet Zoo, but I made each exhibit like people had been TF'd in them?
That's just Pawn Morpher.
However, before you do that, get another MXG done.
I took my next pill. I'm waiting for it to kick in. Hey, you do one of these. They're tough.
I know they are. I promise to help try and get you to keep going with them, and that's what I'm doing.
It just sucks because I got to start at the beginning with this one. It's not one of the ones I had pumped the information in earlier.
Okay, you get a half hour of Planet Zoo, then MXG.
You know what? Sure, why not? We'll at least boot the game up. But I'm gonna be coming back to you, No Man's Sky. We're gonna have ourselves a date.
Oh yeah, by the way, Rose. Are you ready to recalculate your HP?
No.
Yay.
Will you gamble, or will you take the average?
Just so you know, your hit dice goes from a D6 to a D8, which is why I'm asking.
Hey, she said no, so she goes.
No,
she sticks with
hold
the
on.
D6. You said no.
I said I'm not ready. I said I'm not ready. I didn't say that I don't want to do it.
Nope. You're stuck.
Row.
I will shove you into a cannon.
You do have those available.
And while you're shoving one into a cannon, the other one is making you believe you're a duck. Ha ha ha.
Chief Assassin, yes.
They're tough, but I'm tougher, Gib Gab. I'm just tired.
You just solidified that for me. I'm now taking Numb Mind.
So you're an ice cream?
Oh, it's just gonna give me a +2 to saving throws against basically any status effect.
This includes death effects, by the way.
Lord of the
Well,
Assassins.
the one that stood up for me on the list is mind-affecting effects. It's phrased as mind-affecting effects, so that would include psionics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I went ahead and looked it up. +2 bonus to saving throws along, and bonus and duration increases by 1 per necrosis feat. To saving throws against bleed, death effects, disease, energy drain, exhaustion, fatigue, mind-affecting effects, paralysis, poison, sleep effects, and stunning for 1 round per necrosis feat.
So, okay, freaking Oxford comma here.
no.
The stunning for 1 round, does the resistance last for 1 round, or is it if it was a stun effect that would have lasted for 1 round, then it's resistance?
No, your resistance lasts for a round.
1 sec. Lars, it's okay. Bjorn, I hope... Let me take a look here.
And
oh, crap. You can go ahead and put it in the chat. Rygon is here. Rygon, do you have my chat popped out?
Oh, but give me a second, I'll do that.
What happened?
We don't know yet.
I'll let them explain when they're ready.
I've got you popped out.
Asher suddenly stopped breathing. They were able to bring him back, but he has been put on a ventilator.
No.
Well, what happened to him initially?
Cancer.
Oh.
We're here for all of you.
Yeah, we are. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, sorry.
Obviously,
Yeah,
I hope that, you know, things improve.
I had to watch my dad go through that crap.
Yeah. That's certainly what it seems like.
Shadows hide.
I'm sorry.
Skitter, scramble.
I know it's horrible. No, it's okay. We care about all three of you. That's okay, just keep us in the loop, please. And Rygon can forward messages to me, or I can forward messages to him.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys focus on that. And if you need any help, let us know. We'll do what we can. You're not in this alone.
Agreed.
Wolf Mage, this is probably Bjorn, but it could also be Leaf, one of Asher's two partners.
You come, we listen, you speak.
Yeah, sometimes you do need to just keep yourself distracted sometimes. I'm happy to help you guys relax. But do check Discord, please. Oh, you're replying. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get back to the discussion and stuff. Let's give you guys that distraction.
Yes, what was that, Saldarius, what was the perk that allows me to res myself? I'm seeing a few that automatically trigger or that create options for other people to res me easier, but I'm not seeing the self-res one.
Remember, that's under Necros. That's a Necro-specific thing. So there's Undead Rebirth that you get at level 9, which uses 5 uses of channel energy, but it works only on other people. And when you hit level 17 is when you can revive yourself as a free action at any time.
Where are these listed?
Under Necros.
Yes.
I'm under the spheres
You're
of
probably
power
looking
death thing.
Yeah. So if you look at the link just above that one in our DMs, that's where Necros is. Because yeah, you will get that eventually, which may but you know, that's a really big eventually, and you're gonna be in a lot of danger by then, like in the path to even get there, conceptually.
Sorry, I just noticed I had a DM from somebody. Say again.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, so you do get it at level 17, but, you know, by the time that you get to level 17, you'd have gone through, like, a lot of close shaves and possible deaths. And as a reminder, due to your necrosis feats that you're taking, reviving you may be a bit of a pickle.
Which is part of why I'm taking the perks that help with that. Like Wandering Spirit, for example. I'm thinking about also taking Necrotic Heart, so that would give me 2 opportunities to come back.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. And just as a reminder, you could also get stuff like, you know, Death Knight's Purchase.
Yeah, I've been looking at that one too, to fill out my list.
Yeah, the reason why is just because Death Knight's Purchase turns you from squishy, annoying fucker to, oh my god, why aren't they dying?
Yeah.
Especially if you have 4 necrosis feats.
Yeah, you no longer need to spend a spell point to trigger it. Yeah.
Yep.
So, how do the twins get that? Because that was something that the twins are supposed to have as part of the Order of Immortal, is stuff that makes it where they are basically impossible to kill.
Well, first you need to sell your soul to Hades.
First of all, this is specific stuff in the Death Sphere. But other than that, remember how I literally gave you a bunch of stuff from, like, you know, previously under your otherworldly abilities, like, you know, your AC bonuses, your temporary hit point every round, your 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
All of that. So remember, you already have that.
What should we call the zoo, everyone?
Zoo are us?
Snakes.
No.
That implies you come
mean-
in and then you leave with the animals.
I mean, or that you become the animals, because that was kind of the idea that Rygon was tossing around.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now I'm thinking
Suga.
about Hey There, Delilah, but it's played in an empty Toys R Us with moderate traffic outside.
Suspiciously specific.
I like Zugon.
Part of the exhibit. I actually kind of like that.
I put it in media sharing in case you're interesting. The full thing is Hey There, Delilah, but it's played in an empty Toys R Us at 2:37 p.m. with moderate traffic outside.
We'll call it Slice of the Wild.
Screw it. I'll take Death Knight's purchase.
No, better idea. NFT. Nearly free transformation.
Oh no.
No. No.
Man, look at all these people not be able to transform at whim. Sad.
Axie? Yeah, I assume you're talking about as a player character, in which case, no.
Shit, they weren't kidding when they said sculpted. Holy crap.
Many blades watching. Yes. Many blades ready. Eager.
$40,000.
Migraine? No migraine. You want a non-aggressive... Well, I suppose I'm at war with basically everybody else. Sure, we can have a non-aggression pact. At the gates. Bring Doom to city plays. Smash walls, good. Blood in street roads, yes. Yes.
Shadow Walker.
Yes, let's go destroy that city. Wait, was it destroy or claim or... Oh, my net died. Dang it! Alright, I'll pause the recording. For those that may watch this on YouTube, we'll be back when the net recovers. Unfortunately, the net has not returned, so thank you everybody for joining on the recording, at least, over here on YouTube. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.